All right, so here we are. It's 9/11 in Pittsfield. We've started gathering a little group of some of the group that did not finish this event in hopes that they're coming down. And lo and behold, as you see coming right down the trail, we have our 12 final racers coming. There's Neely coming in. Neely, they're right here on the side of the brown barn. They're right over here on this side in the doorway.
You want me to take them somewhere? Forward roll the entire way.
The ones that haven't been broken are right there. No, right inside the door. We're going to walk up here and see what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put everything here.
Thank you.
So I'm going to pick up all the stuff.
Thank you so much. All right, so we've got racers that are DNF'd are here helping clean up, pick up. We've already got all the barbed wire cut down. We've already got most of the T-posts out. Just in waiting for everybody to get here. So I see Michelle on here, Sean's on here. We're just going to kind of stand back in the wings and watch and see. Pretty funny because a lot of them have really big smiles on their face, so they feel good. They're abused. Most of them's shoulders are probably destroyed at this point in time. And they're destroyed because their last challenge that they just completed was the rope flex challenge, which is a stationary rope climb machine. There was 12 stations for 12 racers, and they literally did the stationary rope climb for 12 hours. 12 hours of stationary rope climb. So what wasn't shot or destroyed on the barbed wire crawl for the 12 hours finished off by the rope climb machine, took the rest of them out. So here they go. There's Ron. Good job, Ron. Good job, Ryan. Good job, guys. Still, some of them have a little bit of speed. There's our Guinness World Record holder right here. It's Eric. There's Mr. Baja. There's Joe, Mo, Don.
Let's go, Death Racer! Death Racer! Let's go!
So what are they doing now? Leaving. Are they? For how long do we know? 10 minutes? Probably 2. Dude, you look like okay. All right, so, hey, Michelle. So I am being told that they are actually going to go down, drop their gear. When they get their gear dropped, they've been given the opportunity, because technically this event is almost over. What they don't know is the skulls. If you are a death race finisher, your prize isn't a shiny bling bling medal. It's not, there's no finisher's t-shirt. Everybody gets a shirt for registering. But the skull is the most coveted, by far the most coveted piece that they're going after. And really it's crazy because it's about a $2 plastic skull that you can order off Amazon by the dozen. So anyway, those skulls are set aside. And there's a little fun and game still with the skull yet to be had, but technically the event is almost over. So they're actually giving them a little opportunity to get a little sleep. This will be the first time that they've been allowed to stop and sleep since the beginning of this event at 12:01 a.m. Thursday. So we'll see. What's up, Yara? Joe told them they had 5 minutes to get to the place where they were going to get to sleep and to get to sleep. So we'll kind of see how this goes. Duck under the fence here.
go, let's go, let's go.
Even-
I don't want to pull a card.
Even yelling at them to have to go to sleep.
Suck right now. That would absolutely suck.
You wouldn't think you'd have to yell at them to hurry up and get over and go to sleep.
Somebody's gonna freaking throw up by the time the morning's over. Then we'll stop.
So not until then, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, Sean, you're absolutely right. The sleep is the hard part. They'll start getting stiff. And then, of course, Joe's not going anywhere, so he'll be the one to wake them up. But the other side is a 10-minute nap or 20-minute nap is going to feel like an eternity in these guys' minds. All right, sorry, I think we're back online now. Michelle, you are absolutely right. It is incredible. The fact these are, again, I'm fortunate to be able to do what I do for a living, and I meet some very awesome and amazing people like everybody watching this video. These are hands down 12 of the toughest, grittiest people I've ever met. Easily. Meg's on here watching now. So we're going to see how long it takes them to get to sleep. See, everybody thinks the death race is hard and bad. What's so bad about this?
Thank you, Jack.
Little nap time. Michelle, you are absolutely right. And no, it's not one of. It is the coolest and best. And it's because I'm inspired by the 12 people sitting here in front of me or laying here in front of me. Nancy, I'd love to bring them on camera, but the deal is they've finished their next to last challenge. And so they've gotten the commitment from Joe. This is the first time they've been able to lay down and actually shut their eyes since 12:01 Thursday morning. So again, we're not going to put them on camera yet. So I'll do a quick pan. So if somebody's asking, Michelle's asking how many men versus women are left. So Michelle, we've got 8 men and 4 women. Amazing women. They're crushing this shit. It's amazing. Sean, you're right. It's hard to turn your mind off and slow down, but they're so sleep deprived right now, and they're literally. We literally had people in the barbed wire crawl yesterday that they would stop for just like a half a second to duck their head under barbed wire, and they would literally almost fall asleep there. So I think most of them will be able to get some quick power nap in before they have to continue on to the end. Caitlin, this is as close to bringing them on camera as I can. They are they're required to sleep. It is a mandatory sleep opportunity for them, and it's the first that they've had since Thursday morning when they started. So just to put it into perspective, Thursday morning or late Wednesday night, they started chopping wood for a local farmer that allowed us to use his property for the parking. So they spent 2.5 hours to start with chopping wood nonstop. They had to fill 3 trailers with wood before we could be done. They did a 14.5-mile hike up and over Bloodroot. They got to the farm, ended up getting submerged and having to spend too much time, more time than they wanted, in the beaver pond. Buried their sandbags in the beaver pond. Had to get them out, put them back in, get them out, put them back in.
Go! Time to get up. Come on, let's go.
See, that's as much of a nap as they get. So after the beaver pond, they started their hike up to Shrek's. Did some work on the way up to Shrek's, got up to Shrek's cabin, did more work up there for about 3.5 hours, did some land clearing and tree cutting down. Once they got the trees cut down, they started their 3,000 burpees. And actually, surprisingly, almost everybody in this bunch of 12 completed the number of burpees that they were required to complete while up there. So they came back down, started barbed wire crawl, 12 hours there. Went back up the mountain, did the rope flex, and now they're here. So again, how are you?
That was a good nap. Feel better? I'm rested.
See, Ron said he feels like $1 million after that power nap.
Go there, Hollywood, Mr. Stud. Come on.
Yara's right. If you don't know what a Joe nap is, you've just experienced a Joe nap.
Oh my God, you have to do that. That's very sad.
That's a Joe nap.
Good. Thank you.
Ron said he felt like $1 million
Or at least 75 cents.
Before taxes.
before taxes.
There is no sleep on Death Race Island. Day 35.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's just unbelievable. Surprised I can walk after crawling.
Michelle, the number of finishers, it varies. There's usually multiple finishers. I mean, obviously they've done a team death race a couple times. From an individual standpoint, it really just depends on the person. I don't think there's really an average number or a usual typical number of finishers. It's just really, each person. It's what you can dig in and get. Ronald does not need more burpees. Stop saying that. Ronald's one of the ones that did 3,000 burpees on top of this mountain the other night. He's got a burpee pass for the next 6 months.
Hey, Rob.
What's up? Right.
Do what?
Just saying. There's probably a pair down there.
You'll catch him there. I can go fast. Get him up. Let's go.
I just don't know if I can do another 15 miles.
There's Amy. Crushing.
With her floating sand.
Good job.
Amy with the floating sand.
It's like the biggest, most uncomfortable
Just the
neck
top
pillow
of it.
ever.
Just the top.
Mr. Australia here.
Scotland. From Scotland. Just live in Australia.
Right. I would just grab one. Yeah, Sean, I agree. That 400 during the hurricane heat, that's a monstrous amount of burpees. They were doing 400 every hour and 15 minutes up on top of the mountain. All right, this is Eric here. Eric, this gentleman here that we're behind, is the official Guinness Book of World Records holder for the longest crawl under barbed wire at 7.521 miles. If anybody would like to challenge Eric's record, let me know and I'll show you the dimensions that you need to set up your barbed wire crawl at, and they can go to town. All right, we're gonna get over in front of everybody and just kind of see what's going on. All right, so this is everybody that's no longer in it. There's Mike right there, Neil, PJ, John, Crystal.
I know you guys have big shoulders. That's not what I heard.
All right, quiet. Listen. This is important.
We have 12 people left in this, and we're going to drag race again. What happened last time we drag raced?
9 people left.
How's that feel? Getting real now, right? So we are going to tumble forward roll to that fence.
Yeah, Sean, I agree. I'm telling you, there was a lot of smack talk from the old school, old world death racers. I even saw a reference to somebody said that it's like seeing Queen without Freddie Mercury. But in this group right here, there are multiple death racers and death race finishers. And I can tell you, you reach out to anybody that was here for this event that's been to a previous and ask them. And I can assure you, this has also reestablished that bar in the endurance world for what it's supposed to be. So I'm hoping to see a lot of you guys back next year or sooner for the next one. I can assure you there will be no disappointments.
Forward roll!
I'm not speaking English.
Well, Yara, I'm sorry you're in Italy on vacation, chilling in the freaking, yeah. We're here at Death Race, so you know this farm. There's no video good. There's no good reception for anything here. This guy, Alex, has been a monster.
Let's go. Forward roll right to the fence.
Come on.